All right. What's up to the crew? Welcome to the building. We have a hot live stream today. No time to waste. Please let me know if you are in the chat. Let's make it fat. Put on your trading hat. Let's go. Love to see everybody here. All right, I do see Mr. Devil Waco. Let's go. Cam is in the building. What's up, Mr. Femi? Alright, JD is here on Twitter. Please, if you are on Twitter, come through to the YouTube where the heat is at. And we are going to do our first giveaway at 50 likes. So let's go. You help me, I help you. Mr. Mikey, what's up? Welcome to the crew. Nice to see you, brother. Okay, we got a massive stream today. We're going to look at Bitcoin. Of course, we're going to start out with the big old bitty. See what's happening there. We're going to look at fixed range volume profiles, the bull flags, the triangles, the channels, the CME gaps, the scene of the crimes, the spinning top, Fibonacci extensions. We're also going to look at some scenarios, what's going to happen. We're going to have a look at the 200 daily moving average. Let me know if you're excited. Of course, please do bring your alpha. We're also going to move on to Bitcoin dominance, of course, very important for when we're looking at our altcoins. We're going to actually go through the cheat sheet, go through the scenarios. We're going to look at USDT dominance. We're going to look at Bitcoin against Ethereum, our total market caps, our total 3. We're going to bring the heat today. And of course, we're going to look at Ethereum. Then I'm also going to enter some live trades. Very, very exciting. And we're going to be managing a lot of trades today. We're also going to go through our fundamentals. We've got now a long list of fundamentals on coins and it's getting very exciting. We're going to add a little bit to that. So let me know if you have any fundamental coins that you think I can open a trade on. And we're going to discuss the copy trading strategy, where it's at, so that we're very transparent. All right. And of course, we've got some awesome stuff happening. We got a Ton and Mantle collaboration. 2 of my favorite coins have now partnered, which is really nice. Of course, we got to talk about Trump's tariffs and the trade war, which has now started. Then we're going to look at some altcoins: OM, ADA, Algo, HBAR, Doge, and of course any altcoins that the crew is wanting to look at. Please do let me know what you want to look at. And we're even going to do a little bit of gold if we have time, a little bit of gold trading, because now we can trade gold on copy trading. So let me know if you think that's a good idea to start doing some analysis on the gold. And yeah, we're going to look at some alpha and some new trades. So let me know if you have any alpha. We're also going to look at Grayscale's list. No further ado, no time to waste. I see the crew is here. Let's go. Leah, welcome from Kenya. Awesome stuff. Mikey, nice to have you in the building. If you are watching, please do smash the like button. And of course, keep the chat hot. Let me know if you are here. Do not be a lurker. Do not have any fear. We are here to chat. We are here to learn and trade as a crew. And I love to see everybody here. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Absolutely awesome to have you. It looks like our stream quality is all good. Please let me know if you can hear the beats. Let me know if they are too loud or too soft. And as always, I'll start off with one quick rap session. Let me pause the beats. I'm expressing with my full capabilities, but now I'm living in correctional facilities because some don't agree with how I do this. I get straight and meditate like a Buddhist. I'm dropping flavor, my behavior is hereditary, but my technique is very necessary. Blame it on Ice Cube, because they said he gets funky when you got a subject and a predicate added on a dope beat. Some suckers just tickle me straight to my stomach, because they don't flow like this one. You know what? I won't hesitate to diss one or two before I'm through. Some drop science, but I'm dropping English, even if yellow makes it a cappella. I still express, yo, I don't smoke weed or cess, because it's known to give a brother brain damage. And brain damage on the mic don't manage nothing but making a sucker in you equal. Don't be another sequel. Express yourself. Remember, it ain't all about wealth as long as you express yourself. All right, I believe we are loud and clear. My tongue is now untwisted and we're ready to go. No time to waste. We have a lot to look at on the charts today. Is everybody rickety ready? Please give me one more confirmation on the levels of the beats. Yeah, so we did take a week off from the live streams and now we'll be going every Friday with the live stream so that I can actually have one day off in the week to touch the grass. You know what? We had an amazing trading psychology session today in the bybit South Africa group. And I learned a lot from the crew. I also learned how much wealth of wisdom there is in that crew. And you know what? The most important thing for your trading is actually your psychology, and it actually comes before your trading strategy. You have to get your mind right. You cannot trade well if you are freaking out, if you're in panic, if you're in fear, if you're angry, or anything like that. All right, Zahn, welcome to the building. One of my up-and-coming students. Very, very proud of your progress, and I see the crew is hopping on, so thank you everybody for being here. Welcome, welcome, Zahn. If you are here, please do not be shy, do not be quiet. Let us know that you are in the chat. And if you're on Twitter, please do come through to the YouTube. Let me bring up the banner. Here we go. We're gonna do our first giveaway at 50 likes, so help me get there, y'all. And I'm gonna go straight into the TA. All right, so looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, the first thing what I want to go through is the fixed range volume profile. You can see there are a couple of scenarios here that we're going to go through, but I'm going to keep it very, very simple. And there is a lot of fundamental teaching that is going to go on today. So congratulations to the newbies for making it into the stream. Very, very awesome to have you here because you're going to pick up a lot of information. All right, is my voice loud enough, y'all? Is my voice loud enough right now? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. Let's go, 100% correct. Lionium is in the building, and congratulations, Reaper, on your new cybersecurity position. We got a cybersecurity expert in the building. Welcome, welcome, Lionium. Very, very impressed with your trading, brother. And yeah, I mean, that session blew me away. I knew it was going to be cool, but it blew me away. All right, so I'm going to get into it. The most important thing that I always do first when I come to my charts is what everybody calls the fixed range volume profile. It is the FRVP, and you can see it's the first indicator that I have on my favorites. If you are missing this indicator, you can, of course, type it into indicators. FRVP, bring up the fixed range volume profile, add it to your favorites. You will also find it under your volume-based indicators on TradingView. You will find your fixed range volume profile. All right, Lionium, much appreciated, loud and clear. Cam is in the building, loud and clear. Let's go, Mr. Devil Waco. It's getting sooner and sooner until I'm gonna see you, brother. Finally gonna meet you in the flesh. Very excited. All right, let's go. So happy to see you, bro. Not an expert yet, but I will get there. Yeah, we all start somewhere, right? We all start somewhere. We're all somewhere on our journey. All right, lovely to have everyone here. Please do smash that like button. Let's keep it going and keep the chat hot as I'm going. I do not want to be talking at the crew today. I want to be taking your questions as we go along. I already have some questions from Cam, some things we were chatting about. Husseini was also asking me about a few things that I am going to go through. So please, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. All right, so I am actually zooming in now quite closely on the daily time frame to the squeeze that is happening within what we call this symmetrical triangle. You can also see it as what we call a pennant pattern, and we are going to talk about that. But what I'm first going to do is the fixed range volume profile. But I just want you all to understand that we are very zoomed in here, and we are zoomed in here at a section which is coming in after a pump. All right, we were in this previous bull flag for quite a while. We consolidated quite a while. Most of you were in the community, in my crew, in the live streams when we were trading from the top to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom, to the top. And finally we broke out of the range and the hedge trading strategy played off. Our longs went parabolic, our shorts got stopped out. We'd already realized decent profits on the ups and the downs. And we need to just be aware, right, that the section that we are looking at is coming in right after a massive pump. There are two major scenarios that I'm going to look at today. One of them is extremely bullish and one of them is extremely bearish. So we have to keep our heads, right? At this time, we have to keep our heads and we just have to realize where we are. The blood that came in here and the way that everybody freaked out was pretty crazy. Like, yes, Bitcoin dominance went nuts. We haven't seen alts dump like that in a long time, but there is a very bullish aspect that I'm going to speak about when it comes to the parabolic rise in Bitcoin dominance that we have seen. It's not all bad. This could be setting us up for the perfect storm for an actual altcoin season. So I hope everybody will stay tuned. But what I want to get at here is that we need to remember that anything that happens from this 100K level is happening after 100% pump, right? So first thing we need to know is that actually our bias should be slightly short here because we have just pumped 100%. Yes, we are consolidating a lot, but we just need to be aware that we have seen a big pump without any major retracement to the 0.382 golden pocket, Elliott wave, any of that beautiful stuff that dictates actual healthy market cycle, right? So everything that we do here, yes, of course, this does look bull flaggy and we could go to the moon from here, but we need to realize that that's going to be extra difficult because if we look at our bull market, we are already 580% up in this market, right? Yes, we are uptrending. Yes, the trend is your friend till the end, and we could still see higher highs and higher lows. But in order for us to get a higher low, we can come anywhere in this section, right? We just need to make a higher low below there. We could come down anywhere here and still be healthy, still be in a bull market. And this is something that we just need to keep in mind. Is everybody with me? Alright, that being said, the first fixed range volume profile, just to keep everybody realistic, the first fixed range volume profile I will do is from the bottom of the previous range to the top of the current range. And what's important to note there is that, of course, we are still within the value area high. We can see the scene of the crime. I'm going to speak about that a little bit later. But the whole important thing to note here is that on the larger trend, we are very much in the overbought section of the value area, and we could indeed actually come down into the middle of the value area and even down to the juice level. As we can see, the value area low has even moved further down, and this is a little bit of a bearish insight. All right, we can also see that our major volume is giving us a liquidity range right here at the top of our fixed range volume profile, and this is the liquidity that we are currently sitting in now. We're going to have to claim it if we want to go higher, and if we lose it, of course, it could also cause us to lose crucial support and bring us down to that pretty bearish CME gap, which might even cause more capitulation down to the scene of the crime, down to the actual POC. All right, so now that we know the outer view of everything, we can zoom into what we call the micro range. The micro range is, of course, this area right at the top where Bitcoin is now consolidating right between 92,000 and 106 to 109,000. We call this a range simply because we see resistance broken, turned into support. We see price coming up to give us a new level of resistance. We see price coming all the way back down to that exact same support, coming up to test the median, back down to support, all the way back up to resistance, and all the way back down to support. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of confluence to call this a trading range. This is 100% a trading range, and we are going to speak about this beautiful spinning top, which is still in place, still giving us our trading range. All right, so now that we've identified the new range that we are in, of course, as I said, this could be a bull flag, and this is the one scenario that we are going to look at. But first thing we do on this micro range is to pull out our FRVP, which is our fixed range volume profile. It is one of the most simplest and one of the most useful indicators, because all you have to do is find a range and then one click at the left underneath the range, one click at the right, anywhere at the top, all the way to the right. And what do we see here? Beautiful trades on beautiful trades, right? This is where we entered the range. This is where you could have taken a short. Boom, right into that beautiful, beautiful spinning top. And this could have been your next short. Of course, when we trade shorts on the fixed range volume profile, your stop loss is all the way at the top of the range above the volume, and as we can see, that short was absolutely beautiful. This long from the value area low, also absolutely beautiful to the POC. Remember to always take profits at the POC, and the point of control is of course the level that lets us know, are we going back up to the top of the range, or are we reversing from there back down to the bottom? And as we can see, this micro range on the fixed range volume profile is absolutely beautiful, and it keeps playing out to the dollar. So we have to respect the range, we have to trade the range till it breaks, because every range is a gold mine. Haven't traded in a while because I'm panicking. You know what? It's not a bad time to step off the charts and learn. It's not a bad time to bring up your demo account. Right now we're seeing low volatility for the day. Right? We've only seen 1% in the day. But in general, we have been seeing some of the largest volatility we have ever seen. Have a look at this daily candle, right? On Trump's trade tariffs, on the start of the trade war, his tariffs opened on Canada and China and Mexico. This caused them to retaliate. This caused a lot of capitulation. And what's so bullish here is we get more liquidations in the market than we saw in FTX or COVID. Yet we don't see Bitcoin going below the crucial support level. This to me is quite bullish, and we're going to talk about why the alts dumped so catastrophically. We saw 80% loss on average on a lot of the alts, which is absolutely crazy. And of course, there are bullish aspects to this. We do get our best positions in such blood, and because Bitcoin dominance is now so high, it has more room to fall, right? So we're going to look at the cheat sheet and what we could see in terms of an altcoin season. Daniel, no stress, my brother. Lovely to have you. And of course, always good to get the operations that we need, right? Everybody send their love to Daniel. He is going through some recovery. He is a crazy gymnast, and you know what, when you open yourself up to being such a crazy gymnast, of course you have to be a man through the injuries. And yeah, wishing you a speedy recovery, my brother. Enthronement, first time in the stream. Everybody welcome the beautiful enthronement to the chat. Oh, Mr. JD, let's go. How are those likes doing? All right, we're at least, let's go, 20% to our first goal. Thank you everybody for being here. So awesome to have everybody with us. All right, Mr. Cam, slightly bearish for 2 weeks for the fresh of the market. Still a little more to go in my opinion. In terms of bearishness, interesting. So yeah, we just got to really keep an open mind here. As we can see, the fixed range volume profile is giving us a lot of beautiful information here. We can see that most of the volume is concentrated into 3 very large volume levels. We can also see that most of the trading has taken place in this range right here, and it does have a very steep downward sloping angle on most of our volume, meaning if we do start to lose this entire range, we could slip very quickly down. As we can see, the next bit of volume that would give us an actual bit of support is actually sitting here below the CME gap that desperately wants to be filled. We will go back to the CME chart, and for the newbies I'll explain that. But that CME gap does want to be filled. When we leave gaps behind, it's a very dodgy scenario, because as most of us know, those gaps do like to be filled, and they do get filled at some point. Even if it's sooner, even if it's later, they do like to be filled. Alright, so fixed range volume profile, as we can see, POC is sitting right here at about 98,000, and we can see it is indeed the elastic band level, right? We see price elasticing up and down, and always coming back to this level, which is really interesting. And right now it looks like we are coming back up to the POC. It's all a matter of whether we make it up above this micro POC to make it back above 100k and back up to the value area high. Whether the value area high sends us back down, which is a golden pocket on the micro range. We are going to be speaking a lot about Fibonacci. Zan, I hope you've been enjoying the Fibonacci. I've been doing a lot of Fibonacci teaching, and you know what, my pro students, my beginner students, my intermediate students, and my pro students are loving Fibonacci. And I must say, this entire market runs on emotion, right? And Fibonacci is a magical mathematical way to understand the correlation between our emotion and the charts. and we're going to have a look at exactly what that golden pocket means. Very, very important golden pocket on the micro range there. And of course, very nice confluence with the value area high, right? Value area high of the range, value area low of the range. And you can see that even if you are just trading the range here, if you've just been patient, you get the beautiful trades. Even if you only establish the range from this point, you could have gone long from the bottom of the range, take profits all the way to the POC, another long at the bottom of the range, all the way profit taking, gradual profit taking to the top of the range. And we can see that you could have built your position from the top of the range, even one down to POC, profits taken back up to the top of the range. Beautiful short, very quickly, only a couple days, all the way back down to the value area low, and very quickly in 1 wick back up to the POC for major profit taking. So a very nice range that we cannot sleep on. Please let me know if everybody is listening and learning. Yeah, where's that Tone Veer? He was a wealth of awesome information. Let's get him back. All right, enthronement is learning. Let's go. Welcome. I love the energy in this crew. Let me know if I'm going too fast, but there's a lot that I want to get through. All right, so we are now very aware of the fixed range volume profile and where we are. And of course, this is a no trading zone, right? The RSI will also tell us that right now, this is a no trading zone. This is a time to sit on your fingers. This was the place to take the short. This was the place to take the long. And of course, if you did not manage to get the long, if you did not manage to get the short, you do not mess around with trades at the POC, because that is pretty much gambling, right? The POC is the fair value for this asset at this time. So if you do throw money into Bitcoin at the POC, of course you can dollar cost average, but actually what you are doing is you're just buying Bitcoin at the fair value. Remember, as traders, we do not want to buy or sell at the fair value, right? We want to sell when it's expensive, so we make money, right? We want to buy when it's cheap, and we want to buy low and we want to sell high. This is the basis of any trading. And whether you're spot trading, whether you're high leverage derivatives trading, this is a beautiful range that you can look at right now. I also want to actually look at this beautiful channel on the 100K, and I think that actually right now we're looking at the fixed range volume profile. It's a nice time to actually bring out this channel. So take your parallel channel indicator and just try and basically get your ultimate top and your ultimate crucial support. And what you will see, very, very nice, we have this median line pretty much sitting right at the 100K level, and this is the line in the sand for the range. And as we can see, the POC right now is pretty much in the middle of our parallel channel at this 100K zone. We've got a beautiful parallel range, and because these levels, these support and resistance levels, are so parallel, this does of course look like a bull flag. So this is our first scenario that we're going to look at. And this is of course the most bullish scenario, so don't get carried away with this one, but indeed this is possible. And you know what, if we go according to this scenario, we could see one of the biggest altcoin seasons that we've ever seen. Because if Bitcoin can go up and Bitcoin dominance can come down, I've got a lot of scenarios on Bitcoin dominance we're going to chat about. But if we can do it, this could be one of the largest runs on alts that we've ever seen. And we just need to stick to the strategy, right? We're going to speak about the altcoin position trade strategy. We're in the blood, and that is part of the strategy. Our strategy does not work without blood. We buy the blood like vampires, and we are relentless through the blood. And especially now that Bitcoin dominance is high, we get a little bit more greedy. And let's keep it going. All right, so here we can actually use our parallel channel as our bull flag. As we can see, it is very nice and parallel, and all you do to extrapolate a price target from a bull flag is you take your vertical pole. So just try to understand where price is vertical, and I would not start my bull flag from here because price was jumping up and down. Right, I would take my bull flag pole from right over here because this is where we saw vertical price movement up to the bottom of a range. And basically all you do is you take your trend line from the bottom of what we call the bull flag pole to the bottom of the flag. And thank you, that is a beautiful, beautiful compliment to receive. I have been making serious effort to try and get my charts cleaner. I know a lot of us are even working on mobile, and very often when I take my big screen, right, my massive whatever it is 30-inch screen down to your tiny iPhone, it is really, really hard to see. Alright, is everybody understanding? Give me 1 second for a very important message. One second, this is very high level, otherwise I would not be interrupting our stream. This is right from one of the founders of Bybit, helping them with some bug fixes. Alright, so in the chat, let me know if you're following. Let me know your analysis on the daily. Bring up the Discord. Please bring up the Discord. Go to live stream charts if you have some charts. If you are an OG, I know Lionium, you're an OG. Please go to the live stream charts. Drop us some charts so I can bring it up. And let me just get back to my Bybit brother very quickly. I feel so honored to be helping them. Alright, how's the crew doing? I see we have smashed the 30 across the platform, so thank you everybody for being here. If you are here on Twitter, please come through to the YouTube because that is where the heat is at. And if you are here, please smash that like button. I would love to do a giveaway today. Oh, what a compliment. Thank you, X. Lovely to have you here, and I really enjoyed your input in the trading psychology chat. It was so much fun. Alright, is everybody alive? Enthronement, beautiful stuff. We've already been live for 30 minutes. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go. Oh, what a track. Let me know if the beats are loud enough. Oh man, what a track. Alright, so from the bottom of the vertical price action, we take it up to the bottom of our flag. We then simply give ourselves enough room and we take that flag pole distance and we take it to the top of our flag. And as you can see, the bullish price target on this bull flag is very nicely sitting around 130k. This is a textbook pattern. If you want to learn more about the bull flag, of course, please go to Bybit Learn. I am also busy with my entire ebook, right? With all of these patterns, it will soon be done. So that's our first bullish scenario right here. Very, very nice. We can see the bull flag scenario. What's interesting here is it's not the only scenario, right? Alright, beats are loud enough. Awesome, I hope you can still hear my voice. Let me have a sip before I lose my voice. Alright, thank you brother. It's incoming along with the 10-hour video tutorial on trading basics. Also building the website where you'll be able to easily schedule and pay for your sessions and what kind of session you'd like. It's very, very exciting. Alright, the next scenario that I want to look at is a little bit more scary, but a little bit, in my opinion, more realistic. I mean, we would need some serious bullish fundamentals to come into the market, right? If we're going to go up from here to 130k. I'm not saying it's impossible. In previous cycles, we have seen such things happen where we have seen bull flag after bull flag after bull flag. And, you know, it can happen that we just keep going up. Maybe something similar to this cycle right here. So it could be, this was our first little bull flag that sent us up. This is the kind of consolidation that we are in right now, and we could see another bull flag up to that. Basically the equivalent of our 130k level. It is not impossible, but for me it's unlikely. I will not write it out right now. I will not say it's impossible, but since we have already seen this bull flag pumped, right? This bull flag pumped, this bull flag pumped, that's already 3 bull flags. Of course it can happen, but Trump really needs to pull a rabbit out of a hat on this one to get us up to 130k. In my opinion, the healthier option would be the bearish option, and this of course would send altcoins literally to the grave. So we have to be very, very careful and understand this bearish scenario. All right, I hope everyone's with me. I hope everyone's following. The bearish scenario for me right now is this symmetrical triangle, right? And I'm drawing it here because for me, this is the most touch points. As we can see, all of these beautiful touch points, this should have been the breakout if that was the breakout, right? But we got rejected from the top of the range right back into the triangle, and we are currently now still in the triangle. So for me, this entire section looks like some kind of gnarly fake out that has been toying with our emotions. Is everyone with me? Look at that. We got a crazy retest, very quickly retraced all the way back in. Then we got another retest. We're like, oh, volume at the retest, let's go to 130k. But instead we came straight back into the triangle, straight back to crucial support, and now we're actually below resistance level. We can see prices right now fighting this level, and we could very easily see a squeeze between the 100k level and this support. Is everything all good? I see way more viewers on Twitter, so if you are on Twitter, please do come through to the YouTube. I saw a little signal wobble there. Let me know if everything is okay. I will need to send another message in a second. Apologies for that, but it is to my OG bybit inner circle. Otherwise, I would not do it. All right, the bottom of this symmetrical triangle, and again, if you don't, head straight to Bybit Learn and make sure you do the learning. But basically, I'm seeing a little bit of an apex right around there. This is the symmetrical triangle that I'm looking at, and you know what? There was a beautiful example of this actually that happened on Ethereum. It was a bit glitchy, yes, but back to normal. Okay, so let me know if you missed out on anything there. And if we back to normal, it looks like our signal is back to normal. But let me know who follows the moon on YouTube, who saw his pretty gnarly liquidation. Basically, it was liquidated $15 million on Ethereum in the dump. And you know what? This is actually a good time to look at it. We are going to do more analysis on Ethereum. But what I'm going to do right now, and look at this. We've got 3 beautiful alerts. So we've got trades to open, y'all. Very, very exciting. Can't wait to get there. And let me know if y'all are in for the long run. We're going to do a bit of a stream today. All right, I can see 33 minutes. We're doing well. We're doing well. All right, so what I want to do here is I quickly want to show you some scenarios on Ethereum. And let's just go back in time, right? When we see a symmetrical triangle, very often we're inclined to think that it's just going to break to the upside, because very often the bias on the symmetrical triangles is to break to the upside. But this does not mean that it has to break to the upside, right? I want everybody to be very clear. Just because it has done it in the past does not mean it's going to do it again. So yes, it was a falling wedge on Ethereum. And let me quickly take you there so you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so the Moon is an OG trader. He's been trading for many, many years, but he trades very simplistic styles. I have met the guy. I must say he is one of the loveliest people I've ever met. He's very down to earth. He's an absolutely lovely human being. But he does not trade my personal favorite style of trading, right? Because he does often trade breakouts, and this can end up getting you wrecked. basically he did make a lot of money on this breakout. And as we can see, it's not as much a symmetrical triangle as it is a falling wedge, and a falling wedge is a much more bullish pattern than a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle, they say, is 40 to 60% bias, 60% bias of breaking out as bullish if you enter it from the bottom. And the falling wedge, they actually say the bias is a little bit more to breaking out to the upside. And basically, shame. I mean, he got liquidated because he got a little bit fooled, right? Because look how beautiful this breakout was, and his style of trading is to rather enter at the breakout and take your profits up here, and he got a beautiful trade. I would much rather trade from the support, right? We open our longs at the support, we build our position into this blood here, and then we take even more profits after the breakout, because what this does is it saves you from any kind of fake out. Because if price comes up here and down, you don't get caught out on the long squeeze, right? But basically what happened to Carl is he got this beautiful trade and he was so stoked with it. He made many millions of dollars, which is really nice. And then he saw the exact same thing, right? The exact same thing playing out, and he said, you know what, the exact same thing must happen here. The exact same thing must happen. And this is just a learning and a warning to us all that the whales want to flip it on you, right? If it seems too simple, if it seems too good to be true, it's probably going to go the other way, which is why I'm a little bit nervous about that bull flag, because everyone can see that bull flag and everyone and their grandma's already long on Bitcoin, and that makes the whales want to go short and wreck everybody so that they can get nice low entries to push it back up again. All right, and we can see one of the biggest wicks that we have ever received on Ethereum. In one candle, we had a 27% wick in one day. Absolutely crazy. And basically what happened is Carl entered on this breakout. He said, let's go. He even entered it live. He said, I'm entering a $15 million position. Kaboom, we are going to the moon. This is going to be simple as pie. And what did the whales do? They dumped it on him. Right, they dumped it on him all the way back down to where his entry would have been, where his stop loss should have been. He did not even have a stop loss, and the target actually played out directly to the downside. And this is the power of chart patterns, and this is basically the power of just making sure that you only, if you're ever going to trade a breakout, of course you only enter the breakout at the retest. Right, he entered at the breakout, and when he saw that it didn't retest, he just thought, you know what, we're just going to come and we're going to squeeze and we're going to go up anyway. And of course, very quickly, it just swept down to liquidate up to $15 million. And then it came very quickly back into just a minimal loss, which is very, very sad. And now it has been drifting a little bit down. And because he's a legend, because he's such an OG, you know, he has private jets, he has like 15 supercars. Of course, it's not an issue for him. And that's why he was able to take that risk. He is a risky trader, but I was impressed to see that he did enter back into the market and he is now back in profit. And that's the kind of resilience you need if you want to be in this market. But this is just a learning that just because you think it's going to happen, just because the charts look like they're going to do something again, does not mean that they're gonna do it again. All right, everybody, just let me know if you're following. I need to send one more message. This is gonna be the last message. One second, one second, one second. One second, crew. Thank you for your patience. Right, I'm with you. Right, so is everybody with me? Learning a lot, following. Very, very nice. Alright, no stress. If you're in the blood, you just gotta be patient, right? If you have more margin that you can add to copy trading, please do. I'm also gonna be boosting my account a little bit so that we can buy the blood, we can continue the strategy, and I'm gonna explain the whole strategy to those who are new to it. But you know what? We just have to be really patient during this time, because this is what we want. We want Bitcoin dominance to pump. We want to buy that blood so that it can pump. We want Bitcoin dominance to pump so we can buy that blood on the alts, so that when Bitcoin dominance dumps, our altcoin positions fly. And don't stress, Mr. Tuko, if you're already in the position trades, all good. We got some nice entries. We just got to be patient. And we just have to stick to the strategy, right? We cannot capitulate. Capitulating is one of the worst things you can do to realize this kind of a loss. That is fear, right? When others are fearful, we need to get greedy. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. Now I have made my point, right? Everyone is with me that history does not have to repeat itself. And if you simply open your trades on breakouts because there was a previous breakout in the same kind of scenario, you're asking for liquidations. And of course, another learning there is stop loss. All right, thank you so much everybody for being here. Let me know if you are watching. Drop me a message in the chat because I appreciate you all so much. All right, look at Bitcoin right now, making a little break for it out of this triangle. We can't really be convinced of any breakout out of this triangle because look at this fake out. All right, what I'll do is I'll actually bring this line out here, because this, and we have to be extra careful here. Of course, there, I see my signal giving a little bit of a struggle here. Connection is fairly good. All right, there we go. We're back. A lot of traders will enter at the breakout here, and then of course, if we come down to support and pump, you could get a much better entry. And of course, if you already entered at the support, you have a much better entry. Could even bring this triangle way down to somewhere like here. All right, but basically the bearish scenario is that we may break out of this triangle to the downside, which could be absolutely catastrophic. All right, so how you actually extrapolate a price target on a symmetrical triangle, most of you will know, and if you aren't aware, please go to but this is a textbook pattern. Let me know if the video is back. Lovely, lovely to hear. Let's go. Keep it hot, keep it hot. We're doing well. Alright, so all we do to extrapolate our price target is basically take from the entry to the top, and this is really scary, yo. Sheesh. I would say that we're looking at a price target of something like this for our symmetrical triangle. If we lose this level and retest the bottom, remember your symmetrical triangle, you always want to take it from the actual point, from the apex of your converging support and resistance lines, and we can see that this actually does line up with a lot of our other bearish confluences. So let's go through the bearish confluences, right? There is also confluence for the bullish scenario, but let's first do the confluences for the bearish. And of course, number one is right here. All right, so first of all, we have our most crucial support right here at the bottom. And this would be the first level to look for as a break. And I do believe it's round about the 92K level, which is our crucial support. So if we break down out of the symmetrical triangle, the first level that we will look for a break, and this is why we do enter right at the top of the value area range. Remember, our value area high is up here, and can you see how beautiful the position you are in right now is? If you are in a short from the top, and if you are in a long from the bottom, you are currently right now 5% down. So up on a short, 5% up on your short, and of course on leverage on a 10x, that's a 50% up, and you are 7% up on your long. So you are long on both, you are in profit on both your long and your short. And what's beautiful about this, and why it is the most OG strategy that you can have, is that if we break out and have our bullish scenario, right, you'll get stopped out of the short trade, but your long trade will go into parabolic profits. If our bearish scenario plays out, you will get stopped out, which would be, your stop would be below your previous swing low, but of course your short trade will go into parabolic profits. Oh, I don't know why my internet is dipping. Let me see if I can. It's already on low quality. Oh, might just be fiber issues, but let us not grab the tissues. Let's keep going, let's keep flowing. Let me know if I'm loud and clear. Gotta have no fear, gotta buy the dip. Don't let the nipple slip. Alright, let me know if you're still alive and breathing. Thank you everybody for being here with me on the stream. Sheesh. Alright, we're just gonna do our best. Let me know if it happens again, but we're just gonna do our best through the technical difficulties. Alright, so first level we have to look for, if we lose this, is of course, does the crucial support hold us up? So the reason we didn't get full out bearish here all the way down is because the crucial support held us up. And as we can see, value area low held us up pretty much to the dollar. Very cool. So first we're going to have to watch, does the 92K level get lost? And do we actually enter into the value area low? And we could see here that we could very easily reach that CME gap because it is only the top of the previous value area high on the larger range. And it is actually only the bottom of the value area low of our current range. Look how big this value area low is, which is why we have to be so careful on our longs. Because when we're going long, of course, we want to put our stop loss below our previous swing low. But actually, our value area low comes all the way down to this support here. We have pretty much no volume support here. This is very, very dodgy. Alright, then the other major thing which is pulling us down is, of course, our CME gap. If you want to look for your CME gaps, you literally come to the chart which is called BTC1 exclamation mark, right? It's almost like your gold, which is GC1 exclamation mark, but your CME, which is your Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is simply BTC1 exclamation mark. And you can see very clear here the analysis that I have mapped out. And basically what we're looking for is a filling of this gap right here. We can very, very clearly see that when price closed on a Friday, it closed here. When this chart, when this order book, and there's a lot of liquidity in this order book, right? Huge amounts, billions of dollars being traded on this exchange. When it opened again, we had this massive gap of 4%. And we draw these in because throughout history we have seen that these gaps like to be filled, and they often like to be filled all the way down to the bottom of the gap, which can be pretty scary because that is 77k. Alright, so that is one very major level of confluence for our bearish scenario. And just let me know how y'all are feeling. Did anybody get wrecked? Did anybody get wrecked in this big wick that we had here? Did anybody get wrecked on the altcoins? Like, yeah, we got stopped out of 1 or 2 positions. Unfortunately, one of my traders had a stop loss, Mr. Big Dreams. I would recommend do not put a stop loss on your copy trading, because I use stop losses on the copy trading. So all of the risk is always managed. And unfortunately, he realized the loss through his stop loss, and then we actually pumped back up into less of a loss, and it's not great. Alright, short from 106k, let's go. There was a beautiful bearish divergence there. I took all my profits off the table. I was very happy with my profits, but yeah, glad to see you're still in the profits there, Cam. Congratulations. Yeah, it's juicy for the discounts, right? And I was very proud of Big Dreams because he got stopped out of a few positions, but then he made so much money by buying the blood on those altcoins, getting pumped from the golden pockets. So it was very, very impressive. Alright, so there we have it. I'll quickly show you some other CME gaps that we have witnessed in the past. It's absolutely uncanny how these gaps like to be filled. As you can see, they're all over our charts. We get a gap, it gets filled. We get a gap, it gets filled. And especially the ones that are trending. This is kind of a similar scenario to what we're seeing now. We saw a big gap, we saw a big pump, and then we saw a big consolidation phase, and then we saw a retracement right back down to that exact level. And yeah, you know, you learn from history. If it's happened historically, we need to make sure we are very aware of it. Alright, so now y'all know, and I know it's very simple for a lot of you. Alright, so the next major level of confluence here that is making me bearish, or basically giving us a little bit of insight into the bearish scenario, is what we call the scene of the crime. And Cam, I know you know what this means because I've heard you using this word like an OG. Very, very nice to see. How's everybody feeling? Don't be shy, y'all. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Don't be quiet. ETH was one of them for me. Yeah, I mean, the ETH wick was absolutely insane. We're actually going to do a little bit of ETH shortly. ETH wanted to end me, but thank God for risk management. Let's go. I mean, rather get stopped out a little bit, right, than liquidated. Ah, crazy to see someone trading with $15 million and no stop loss. Crazy. A few longs stopped out. $100 down. Right. Yeah, I mean, we're in the blood, right? We're in the blood on our position trades, but we know that's our strategy here. We want blood, right? We know we were entering at the top of the market. We had to be ready for the blood. And now we got to be very patient and very careful. One second. What's happening? What's happening? Is anybody still here? Is anybody still here? I see most of our viewers are on Twitter right now. Is there something up with our YouTube? Is something happening to the YouTube? Patience is number one. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Alright, I've not traded ETH in long. Then I thought the bottom was in, but I got in too quick with a little confluence. Yeah, well, have to have your confluence, right? Have to have enough confluence. Indeed, indeed. Alright, all good. I hope you managed to get back in on that trade. Alright, Reaper, thank you, brother. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It seems like we have some issues today, but all good. We move through the issues. Alright, so the next thing is, of course, our scene of the crime. A scene of the crime is defined by a resistance level that is broken and not actually retested and technically claimed as support. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, brother. All right, did you share it in the live stream charts? Beautiful, I'll bring it up shortly. Just opening up the Discord. TA for BTC from an OG, let's go. Let's go, let's go. All right, so there are a lot of institutional traders who have their limit orders set for a long here because if there is a very high chance that Bitcoin will retrace to this level because we hit the resistance and then on Trump's news we pumped straight through the resistance, but we never did ever come back to test it. All right, this is healthy market structure, where we break a resistance level. You see this, we break a resistance level, we test it. We break a resistance level, we test it. We broke a resistance level here, we did not test it. Oh, Roberto, welcome to the chat. Lovely to have you, my brother. Please let me know what you're trading, how your trades are going. And of course, if you have any alpha, if you have any insights, please let us know in the chat. Do not be shy. All right, not back in on ETH yet. Still feeling it's not ready. RSI and VMC not agreeing. Beautiful. So I think we could be setting up for a bullish divergence. I'm also going to wait for that. I might add a little bit to my plays, but I don't know about ETH. I have been buying ETH. I have been buying XRP. I have been buying ADA because you know what? These are low prices, I think, in terms of what we're going to see in the long term. But those are small dollar cost average buys, pumping my bags for very long-term plays. Let me be clear, those are not in any way scalp or swing trades. All right, so now we have literally crucial support pulling us down, right? We have the start of our range over here pulling us down. We have our CME gap pulling us down. We have the scene of the crime pulling us down. And then one more level of confluence like we need anything else pulling us down is what we call the POC of the larger range. If we take price action all the way from the start of this previous bull flag, just like we did just now, and we pull it all the way up, we can clearly see that the POC is right here, right? POC is the right strategy. We can clearly see. And as we see in this range, the POC is the place that always brings price right back, right? POC is always bringing price right back to the middle, and there is a strong possibility that we could retrace all the way to this level. And because it is so bearish, it's so far down from current price, 27%, a lot of people, you know, could FOMO into actually capitulating, getting very fearful there, and that, in my opinion, could even bring us down to the juice level. So my next major trade, of course I'm going to trade along the way, because we could see very nice bounces from these kinds of levels. But my most major swing trade for the hedge trading strategy will literally be from what we call this juice level at the bottom. And it will be quite a gnarly trade, because we can see our stop loss needs to be all the way below the bottom of the value area low. My entry will be somewhere around here in the liquidity of the previous low, and then of course target all the way back up at all-time highs. All right, so a few more things I want to show you here on these two scenarios. Hey Husseini, thank you for joining. Lovely to have you, brother. And yeah, I still want to go through some of your questions. Can I ask you please to send me your DCA bots configuration for future references? So I was thinking of maybe going into some DCA bots, because I do need to manage some DCA bots. I'm going to reactivate some of my DCA bots because Bitcoin dominance is so high. So just now, if we have some time, I'm actually going to go into my DCA bots and I'm going to manage them a little bit, right? All right, let me quickly send a message to one of my friends that I've been telling him to get in to trading for probably like 10 years, right? I just told him buy some Bitcoin like 10 years ago, and he didn't. And now he's finally telling me that he wants to trade. Well, he wants to like get into investing. So I'm very proud of him, and I see he just popped me a message. So let me actually quickly send him the link. Maybe this is gonna be a bit too scary in advance for him, but at least we can say what's up to him from the crew and welcome him, right? He's one of my blood brothers. All right, thank you for being here, crew. I know it's Friday. I know lots of us actually work until the close of business today. So much appreciated for everybody being here. Yeah, I think I'm also going to be patient on ETH. All right, Tuko. Yeah, no, we're going to go through it, bro. I got to do a bit of management on my own DCA bots. They're still in huge profit. So they've been paused for a while, which means I took the money out of the funding, which doesn't close the bots, but it pauses them. The only bot that was closed is the one that was on, I think it was FTM, right? That changed its ticker, so the bot had to be closed. But the other ones are still open, and I'm looking at reactivating them. All right, so we're moving. We've done a few things here. All right, we've spoken about the spinning top a few times before, right? This candle has basically dictated our range. So next time you see a spinning top, do not take it for granted. Look at these beautiful trades, right? It basically dictated our range from the top to the bottom of the spinning top, back to the top of the spinning top, back to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom. There are a lot of great trades here, and they come directly from this beautiful, beautiful candle. And that was a lovely learning for me. Absolutely awesome. One of the first times that I've seen a candle that beautiful, or at least been able to take note of it. All right, Husseini, let us know your analysis on BTC. Please hop into the Discord and drop me your live stream charts. Let me quickly bring up the Discord and see if I can see what's been dropped so far. I think Lionium dropped some. Oh, I see Lionium, you dropped it into the general chat. That's also fine. Oh, Bitcoin advisors dropping some testimonial trades. Look at that. Wow, beautiful. And Bitcoin advisors, are you with us, bro? I know it's like 4 or 5 a.m. for you, but let us know if you are sneaky watching us right now. All right, Lion, BTC 4-hour bullish div printed, and BTC is facing up. Was there really a bull div on the 4-hour? Okay, a nice little bull div, and we see money flow turning around. Okay, beautiful, Lionium, thank you. I'm gonna look at your analysis on my chart shortly. I'm actually just gonna cross off what we've been through. We've been doing really well, right? BTC fixed range volume profiles. We've looked at the bull flag. We've looked at the triangle. We've looked at the 100K channel. We've looked at the CME gap, the scene of the crime, the spinning top, and now I'm going to show you the Fibonacci extension on this golden pocket. Very, very important, right? So your Fibonacci extension, you basically use 3 points. You use bottom to top to bottom. And this for me right now is super, super important because it's something that I could see playing out. Yo, it is hot up in here. Give me 1 second to get rid of this hair. Alright, don't be shy in the chat if you are here. Let me know if you're enjoying. Let me know if you have any insights or absolutely anything that you want me to look at. I've decided today we're taking it slow. I don't know if you can tell, but today I'm a little bit more chill. We're taking it slow, we're taking it easy. Alright, so first of all, the first thing to know when it comes to Fibonacci is of course your Fibonacci retracement. And please do me a favor. If you use Fibonacci, you have to actually understand the Fibonacci sequence. Right, I have done teaching on this before in the Bybit group, but of course, you know, a lot of you are quite new to my teaching and new to the groups. So please do come to this beautiful article on Fibonacci and just basically learn about the basic ratio. I'm not going to go through it too much right now. But the Fibonacci sequence is very, very simple, right? You just add the 2 previous numbers to get the next number in the sequence. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 8 is 13. And this is almost like, it's like, oh, did a child make this up or something? You know, this seems like something that someone was just playing with. They were like, oh, let me try add 2 numbers together to get another number. Let me add those 2 numbers together to get another number. And they actually stumbled across something. This OG Italian, Mr. Fibonacci, stumbled across basically the golden ratio, pi, right? The ratio between the circumference and the diameter of a circle. It is the golden ratio. And it's not just trading, right? Most of us know this is so many things in life. And basically, as we go further in the pattern becomes more robust and we get ratios between the 2 different numbers. Like if we take 21 and divide it by 34, we get 0.617. As we go further on in the ratio, as we go further on in the sequence, we find that the ratios become very, very stable or robust. And we can see that they equal 0.618. Right, and that is the golden pocket. That is the most important Fibonacci level because that is dividing one number by the previous number. But if we divide one number by 2 numbers behind it, we get the 0.382, which is the second most important, right? And that level comes before the 618. And there are a lot of traders who will use Fibonacci without even knowing what Fibonacci is or what the sequence means or how useful it is or how we actually derive these ratios. So let me know if you're using Fibonacci without knowing Fibonacci, or let me know if you actually know about the sequence, what it means, how it works. All right, if we divide 3 numbers in the pattern from each other, 21 by 89, we get 0.236. And those are basically the ratios that I want you to focus on. Those are the most important ratios in my opinion. And you know, going back in time is always great. And let me pull up just a little bit more of a simple chart here so I can show you just how important this Fibonacci ratio is. I was going through this with Zon in a private class, and you know what? It is so important. It is actually an indicator for market cycles tops and bottoms. All right, let me know if you're still following in the chat. And please do continue to smash that like button if you are here. All right, so here we can actually see that this market cycle bottom, right, this was not a random level at all. If we simply take our Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of the cycle all the way up to the top of the cycle, we can see that indeed it was the golden pocket that turned us around, right? The golden pocket is the space between the 0.618 and the 0.786 Fibonacci ratios. So absolutely incredibly important, and it is fractalized across all of our time frames. Oh dang, Mr. Austin, here he is. All right, so I was just giving you a shout out to my crew, and I know we've got a little bit of a skeleton crew today because a lot of people are working, but everybody please give a shout out to one of the biggest OGs in my personal life journey, and I must say my best friend in this whole planet, my blood brother. Everybody give him a warm welcome. And Ors, thank you for joining. I know that what we're going through today might be way too advanced for you, and it might just go over your head. If we're finally getting into the investment game, let's go, bro. So yeah, let me know if it's too advanced. I'll try to do some newbie stuff for you, but right now we're looking at the Fibonacci. And yeah, I'm very excited to take you through some beginner classes and get you going. Everybody, please give him a welcome. Let's go. It's so beautiful to see you, my brother. Big ups, huge respect, man. Thank you so much for joining. All right, Lionium, the OG. I use for pivot levels, I use them to map out levels. Yeah, exactly. So I've actually been teaching to my more advanced traders the Fibonacci pivot strategy. And I mean, it's so exceptional. As I just showed you right here, right? It actually dictated the entire market cycle here. It dictated the bottom of our previous market. Have a look how each level here is respected absolutely to the dollar. You cannot make this shit up. These are the levels, and you know what? These are the levels of emotion. These markets are run on emotion. These markets are run on fear, greed, FOMO. And you know what? Since we've got a little bit of a newbie here, we'll go through something very fundamental, right? I'm going to speak a little bit about fundamentals of trading. And what I want to bring up is what we call the market cycle emotion, and this actually comes from basically the Wall Street trading atmosphere, right? So this is not even from crypto, but this relates even more to crypto because crypto is even more emotional than this Wall Street. But basically, if you can understand emotions, right? If you can flip the fear of the market into your greed, you're winning. And somebody invite Big Dreams, because he's the one who managed to make so much of the previous fear that we saw in the markets the other day. But this is it. All right, super technical. Yeah, but we're gonna get a little more simple here for you. All right, please drop your analyses into the Discord, and I'm gonna look at Lionium's analysis shortly. We got OGs here. Hey, let's go, my crew. Yeah, super technical, but let's keep it light. Cam, now we're gonna be sitting together soon. Me and Austin, you Cam, we're gonna be chatting. Hoe gaan het met die crew? Let's go. All right, welcome Austin. Now I don't feel alone. Also a newbie. All right, thank you, Zan. I'm so impressed. You are absolutely killing it. And I see, we got way more viewers on Twitter. So if you are on Twitter, please come over to the YouTube so that we can smash our goal for the giveaway. I want to give away some money at 50 likes. Somebody drop the mic. Don't be scared. All right, be heard. Oh, do I see Tahir? Let's go. All right, so everybody do me a favor and head over to Next Gen Vision, one of the best YouTube channels that you can follow. And please, everybody, give a huge shout out to Mr. Tahir. What a beautiful, beautiful individual, doing so much in the industry. A fellow South African influencer. And thank you, my brother, for hopping on. We're going through something extremely fundamental right now. We got some very, very much newbies in the chat, so I don't want to scare them off with too much technicals. We're about to get super advanced, y'all. I'm not going to lie. We got Bitcoin dominance to look at. We got USDT dominance. We got Dixie. We got SPX. Right? We got a parabolic SAR tutorial I want to do. And, of course, we're going to manage all of our trades. And we're going to look at some news. So, yeah, we're going to get seriously advanced. But right now, for those newbies, right, this is how the market works. And right now, for those who are advanced, tell me which section of this emotional cycle do you think we are in right now? Hit the tick. Yeah, it's going to come, bro. And you know what? I'm going to take you also. I'm going to take you as one of my case studies. My last case study is in about 500,000 Rand in profit right now. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. He started with about 100,000 Rand in rands. And he's now in about 500,000 Rands in profit. Shout out to Mr. Dwayne if you are watching. Well done on your profits. No stress, my G. No stress. Lovely to have you here in the crew. Alright, Tahir, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait for the live event that's coming up, right? On Tuesday. I'll be there. I'll be there repping bybit. Can't wait to meet. Apparently there's 200 attending. That's awesome. Thank you, Tahir. Everybody, please head to Next Gen Vision, and give it a follow. They're doing some awesome stuff there. Alright, either in disbelief or hope. Either in disbelief or hope. Interesting. You think we're at the bottom of a cycle? Sheesh. Yo. So that's a hard one, right? But let's just quickly go through this. Disbelief, hope, optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria. And if we relate this to our charts, we can see how this is exactly the last market cycle we just looked at, right? This is where the Fibonacci came in. If you manage to buy the panic, capitulation, anger, depression, you know, that's when my DCA bots were running, and that's why my DCA bots are in so much profit, because I was able to flip everybody else's fear into my own greed. And this happened on a micro scale the other day, right? We in thrill. Interesting. Yeah, so that looks like I must write some live stream backing tracks. Yeah, so this is actually one of the things I wanted to chat to you about. I want to basically record some very nice ambient tracks for traders to trade to, so people can come to my YouTube and just play the tracks while they're trading. And of course I want my own backing tracks, because all of my tracks that I use for backing tracks have to be, you know, royalty free. And of course there are some cool tracks. Yeah, here we go with the strategy. If you wanna be with you and me, use the market cipher B and you'll see. Gotta take profit if you're on it. Make sure to never fear. Oh man, I lost my beat as soon as my flow comes in. But yeah, let's have a little bit of a synthwave. Let's mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm using royalty free tracks at the moment, and it does get a little bit annoying. I want to be using my own tracks. And for those of you who don't know, Austin is a musical OG. Absolutely prodigal guitarist and beat maker. Are you seeing my charts? Is everybody seeing my charts? Alright, so this is very, very interesting, right? Let's just take it back. We're going slow today. You could have something there, bro. I hope we are in thrill. I hope you're right, and I hope that we still have a little bit more euphoria in this market. You know what? We might even be in the anxiety already, or the complacency. But all that means is if we come down into the fear, into the shit everyone is selling, I need to get out, into capitulation, we have to learn to just rewind, refresh, rinse and repeat, right? Even if it's the end of our bull market, doesn't mean we can stop buying the blood if we go into the depression. Alright, but that's something nice that the newbies can learn. Let's get back into the technicals. I know a lot of you are here. You've been in my crew for many, many years. Alright, I just wanted to show you this beautiful Fibonacci golden pocket strategy that I've been working with some of my advanced traders, and they've been absolutely killing it. Head to the Discord testimonials and you'll see how stoked the advanced traders are. It's absolutely awesome. You're also feeling the thrill. Exactly, bro. You're gonna be a good investor. You're gonna be a good trader. I'm so glad you're finally coming in. Absolutely awesome. Exactly. When we see greed, we have to be fearful. We have to take profits. When we see fear, we have to be greedy. We have to buy the blood, which is what we're doing on our copy trading strategy currently. All right, so Fibonacci is all over the charts, and it is, in fact, of course, fractalized on every time frame. If we just look for pretty much any bottom and any top, we can just pull our Fibonacci out and find that we very often get these beautiful golden pocket hits. Remember, if you take one number and divide it by the next in the Fibonacci sequence, you will get your 0.618 level. And if you are new to using the Fibonacci indicator, please go into the settings in the indicator, and don't worry, Orst, I'm going to set you up with all of this stuff on your trading view. But if you are already using the Fibonacci, just take out for me all of these other crazy numbers, right? Because there is such thing as analysis paralysis, and you don't want too many levels. I want you to be using the main levels, which are, in my opinion, take out this. You don't need all of these, right? On our retracement, I want you to simply be using, first of all, the 0.236. Right, then we move to the 0.382, then we move to the 0.5, then of course we have our 0.618 and our 0.786. You can take out the 0.886, leave in the one level, and if you want you can leave in the 3.618, but that is mostly used on our Fibonacci extensions. Alright, so I hope everyone's clear with me, and I like to have my background almost opaque just so that I can see, how far I've pulled out my indicator. But as we can see, these levels just play out time and time again, and the Fibonacci golden pocket strategy actually tells us to pull our Fibonacci out from the previous golden pocket touch. And what's so amazing is that it just keeps happening, y'all. And this is the beautiful strategy that my OG advanced students have been loving. A clean, calm mind is when consistency breeds. Oh, damn. Am I seeing a brilliant trader in the making out here? The main thing about being a trader is to be, number one, consistent. Be, number two, patient. Number three, be non-emotional. And since we have some brand newbies here in the chat, what I'm going to do is share some of the beautiful insights that we had in our session that we just ran in the bybit community on Telegram. And a huge shout out. I think Husseini's live with us. Husseini, are you still live with us? I'll share one of your insights from the trading psychology tips. Husseini said that he trades with the next trade mindset. And I thought that this was so special, right? So if he wins a trade, he's careful of being overconfident in his next trade. If he loses a trade, he's careful of revenge trading or being too fearful in his next trade. So he identified for himself what's called a next trade mindset, which means that it's always leaving the last trade behind, whether it's a win or whether it's a loss, and starting on a clean emotional slate. Very, very cool. Very, very important. Husseini, massive shout out to you, my brother. And congratulations for making it into the C4 incubator. I see that the OGs are now helping you to become a superstar influencer, and you deserve it, my brother. You deserve it, everything that is coming to you. I'm so proud of you. You are coming from one of the most underprivileged, most economically challenged nations in the world, and you are one of the best traders I have ever known, and you're going to the moon, my brother. You're going to the moon. So proud of you, and you deserve what's coming. You're going to do much better than any of these influencers that are teaching you right now. Market structure. Okay, we'll do a little bit of learning on market structure. Let me add it to the list. We got a lot to do today. I have been teaching quite a lot of market structure, and it is important when you are using your Fibonacci So I'll do a little bit of teaching on that shortly. Let's just finish off on these trading psychology tips. And I see we're very low today. We're much lower in viewers than usual. Much more on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, come to YouTube. But yeah, very low for views on YouTube. Maybe the Saturdays are better. Let me know. I have the idea now to YouTube on a Friday so that I can take Saturdays off. But we are seeing much less viewers. So maybe that's just because everyone's still at work. Maybe they'll hop on in an hour or two when work ends. All right, then there was Mr. Crypto Wolf. Somebody invite Mr. Crypto Wolf. I absolutely loved his one sentence that he dropped. Trade like a robot, reflect like a human. Right? So trade without emotion. But when you're journaling and you're looking back at your trade, what you did right, what you did wrong, what the result was, what you learned, you have to reflect like a human, right? So you trade like a robot, cut out the emotions, but then learn from your mistakes. And we heard it from Crypto, right? I interviewed Crypto, one of the top traders bybit has ever seen. He trades with $12 million to $50 million in one trade. And he told me, you know what? We will all make mistakes. The only way you really learn is through mistakes. And it's okay to make mistakes as long as you don't make that mistake twice. And of course, that can only come through true reflection. All right, and then Prophet's Pilot. Is Prophet's Pilot with us? He dropped a beautiful, beautiful line. And he said, accept uncertainty. Right? That was the first thing he said. Learn to accept that in a trade, there's uncertainty. And of course, that's your stop loss. That's your position sizing. That's going to help you. And you have to realize that, of course, trades can go against you. You have to take a stop loss like a woman, right? Women are stronger than men. So we take our stop losses like a woman and we move on, right? All right, and then he said you have to kill the ego. And you know what? That's another thing. The reason women are better traders than men, right, is because they have less ego. Ego is what's gonna cause you to say, I know I'm right. I know my idea is right. And then you're going to throw in all of your money until you actually get wrecked. And if you can kill your ego and learn from the market, you're going to come a lot further. Oh, let's go. Mr. Jacques in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank you. Oz, thank you, Jacques. I see my blood brother crew are becoming newbies. So everybody welcome the newbies to the chat. Oh, makes me happy to see people finally getting into investment. And you know what? You cannot win in investment. You cannot win in trading unless you first of all have a mentor, you have a coach, and second of all, you need a community. And right now you're getting both. So welcome, and you can't go wrong because you know what? You can always come to me. I've been doing this now for over 10 years. I've been trading Bitcoin since I left high school. Right? I've been trading leverage now for over 5 years. I now run my own academy. You can always come to me and say, what am I doing? And I'm going to say, hey, bro, chill out. Like, don't do that. Do this. Right? So you've got a coach and you can see now you also have a community, and I will set you up in the bybit communities. I mean, there are traders in the bybit communities that are much more experienced than me, and you can hop on at any time of day or night and drop your trades and they will help you to manage them. And thank you, Ost, for bringing Mr. Jacques on. I know, Jacques, you've tried your hand at this before and it hasn't gone so well. And you know what? It's probably because you didn't have a community. If you have a community like us, you're going to be A for away, my brother. Thing is, I know I'm not always right. No, we can't always be right. We can be right 1% of the time. That's why we trade with 1% of our margin. Yeah, the family is coming on. Alright, so since we have newbies, I'm going to try keep it simple. I'm going to do a few very, very fundamental basic learning techniques. And then we are going to have to move on to the advanced stuff, because most of us are now in this community for over 4 years. They also have more brain cells. You know what? The women, hey, yo, they impress me. You know, we see Jess buying cars with their Bitcoin profits, and we're still just like, all the men are just like holding on to our profits. The women are balling, buying property, buying cars, and we have to learn from them, right? Take profit. All right, Daipusa in the chat. Let's go. Been learning trading for a year, but I'm still far way to go. Thanks for the channel. Oh, so much love, bro. This is why I'm here. I'm here for you. And you know what? We all bleed a little bit in the beginning. And let me tell you, the learning curve for trading is basically a brick fucking wall. So you're going to run into that wall for quite a while, right? So just get used to being beaten up for a little bit. And this is one of my favorite things about the investment industry and the trading industry, is that it is the most difficult challenge you will ever embark on in your life, right? And if you can actually make something of it, you are in the very low percentile. And it is one of the most fulfilling things if you can make a profit, right? One of my biggest goals was to become a millionaire. And you know what? Once you reach it, it's like, oh shit, like, of course, I deserve it, right? Because I've had the shit kicked out of me by this market, and I never backed down. I never dropped my goals, right? My goals were always right there in my head, and I didn't stop believing for 1 second that I would get there. And then when you get there, it's like, okay, what's next? Let's be a millionaire in dollars. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, no, never dumb it down, bro. But you know, we can't hop into straight up technical shit, or you're just it's gonna go right over your head. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit of beginner stuff that you can actually learn. Yeah, only in Cape Town do you see such cock. All right, lovely to have the SA crew in the building. I'm here for you. Y'all are my booze. All right. You'll get there, bro. Easy, easy. I've now smashed my goal. And you know what? 2x, 3x on my goal. It's beautiful. We just got to keep moving, right? The next goal is always on the horizon. Okay, so it's a very good idea to actually work with market structure. And thank you to the OGs for being so patient when I'm doing the newbie teaching. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, still way more on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, come over to the YouTube, because I want us to try and reach our like goal today, so I can give away some dollars, y'all, some dollar bills. We've made some profits. I want to give away some to the community. All right, and if you're here for the first time, Jacques and Orst, what you can do to get set up for trading is you can start by setting up a trading account on Bybit under my link. So just be very, very careful to use my link, because that way I can actually support you with trading funds, so you can trade with the funds I give you. At first, I am supported by Bybit. I can give you airdrops, I can give you token allocations, I can give you funds to trade with. And it's very nice to be able to trade with someone else's funds first, so you're not wrecking your own funds. And of course, I'm going to take you through trading on demo. I'm going to take you through each step that you need to go through. But basically, in the caption for this video, there is a link to sign up to Bybit, right? I want you to sign up to Bybit, and then once you've done it, let me know so I can confirm on my side, so that I can see. And of course, that's how you will also be eligible for the giveaways in these live streams. And of course, it's also you doing something for me, because I get a certain percentage of all the fees that you pay to the platform, because I brought you to the platform. And Bybit is the only platform I trade on, because it's the only platform that I trust, because it is the only platform that has a moralistic outlook. All right, so how amazing is this? Just want to go through the golden pocket strategy one more time. Very, very important. First, we look at market structure. And market structure is simple, and this is something that the newbies can learn. This is one of the first things that you have to learn. We need 50 likes for the first giveaway. We're going to give away some USDT at 50 likes, and then at 100 likes, we're going to give away double that amount. We've hit 50 a few times. But we haven't hit 100 during a stream yet. All right, so market structure tutorial incoming. Right, market structure is simply trying to understand the trend. One of the most important things you can learn in trading is the trend is your friend until the end, right? You have to be aware of the larger trend so you can have a bias on whether to go long or short, right? You need to know, is the market trending up? Is the market trending down? All right, Isandra, you can even start today. I know we've been starting on TradingView, but it is time for you to get onto Bybit. You have been doing a lot of learning. And yeah, Don't stress, I'll take you through it. But basically, you can just open a new Bybit account with a new email address at the link in the bio. And then I'll talk you through transferring your KYC from your current account to the new account. And we got so much to do, so I better get into it. The world's largest asset manager just purchased 3,800 ETH. $10 million worth of ETH. Whales are buying while retail investors are panic selling. Oh, that's what it happens, y'all. The paper hands get burnt, right? And then Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, BlackRock comes in and buys it. I've been telling you, I've been buying ETH every day. I've been buying XRP, Cardano every day. And I want to add a little bit more to my bags in the next few days, in the next few weeks. And that's why I'm going to set up some DCA bots just now live in front of y'all. We're also going to manage my 36 position trades on copy trading, which are in the blood. We need to up our game in the blood. All right, if you're still alive in the chat, let me know. I'm going to do a little bit of market structure here. I know it's very simple for those of you who are advanced, but basically when you look at market structure right here, we can see a trend. We can see that the market is trending upwards. And the way that we statistically understand that that is an uptrend is we look for what we call higher highs and higher lows. You will hear this many thousands of times in the rest of your trading journey. And basically that is higher highs and higher lows. Here we can see a low. Right here we can see a high, here we can see a higher low, here we can see a higher high, here we can see a higher low, here we can see a higher high, higher low, 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 higher high. Right, and what this means is that when the market rolls around, it creates what we call a high. And this is very, very important because this is actually used for much more advanced strategies like the divergence strategy, which is my strategy for trading. And yeah, most of you will understand the divergences and how it gives us these absolute banger trades and why you need to know about divergence. And maybe we'll do a little bit of a trading strategy tutorial today, but let's keep it simple for the newbies now. So basically we can see that this market is trending upwards because it is consistently creating higher highs and higher lows. Right? Then right over here, what happens? Market structure breaks. No stress, my G. I'm going to go into the advanced stuff soon, so no worries at all. But you're welcome to hop on through the rest of the stream and just get an idea of where you are going. But we're going to get very advanced very soon. But basically what happens right over here is that market structure breaks because this was our higher low. This was our higher high. Then all of a sudden we got a lower high and we got a much lower low. Now we're getting lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And this is a downward sloping market structure from this point. We can also see the OG indicators literally calling the top of this market. Absolutely amazing. So the more advanced indicators actually calling literally every single top to the dollar. Absolutely awesome. And even calling the top of the market at that bearish divergence all the way down to this bullish divergence. I mean, what a trade. Oh, let's go. Look at that, 50% down. So that could actually be a sign to sell a little bit of your portfolio. All right, but there's a little bit of market structure for the newbies. All right, higher lows, higher highs until we get lower lows, lower highs. And then right here, we're getting higher highs, higher lows. And now just to get a little bit more advanced for the OGs, basically the most important thing to look at when we are looking at Fibonacci all right, just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. One second. Hold on, I will be back. All right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Sorry about that. All right, so let me know how you're doing in the chat. Just some urgent stuff going on at Bybit. Buy price for Sol. So we got the dip on Sol, which is very nice. We're going to be going through that shortly. And yeah, we got a lot more to get through. Let me actually turn up my fan. It's super hot here right now. All right, let me know if the fan is too loud, if we're all cool. See that we're very low for viewers today, but all good. We're going to keep going. Yeah, I think internet is a problem, but all good. All right, so when we're using our Fibonacci, first thing we have to look for is a change in market structure, right? We can see here is a low, here is a high, here are higher highs and higher lows, and this is actually where the market structure changed. And at that point, we can draw in our Fibonacci retracement. And here we can see a beautiful entry would have been around our golden pocket, 0.618. And of course, you do need the confluence of other indicators. Here we can see the RSI was also giving us a dip into the oversold directly at that level. And basically from then on, the Fibonacci golden pocket strategy is to actually take your Fibonacci from that golden pocket up to the next high. And as we can see, lo and behold, it literally came back down to touch that golden pocket. Once again, absolutely awesome. Sure, and now what's interesting here, we did see a front run of that next level. Let's see which level we saw there. That was only the 0.5 level, so technically we've actually been overpumped for a very long time. This was not healthy that we did not come down to our golden pocket right there. And this is one extension that retracement that we can actually use right now. Of course, we can see that this was downward sloping market structure. This was upward sloping market structure. And we can also see right at the top here is where market structure turned around. So we can take our Fibonacci retracement from this bottom to this top. And we can see that a juicy turnaround for price could be all the way down here around 60K. And that is in confluence with a few of our other very, very bearish price targets. All right, so I hope everybody's been following on the Fibonacci and the market structure. Let's move. We are already almost 2 hours through the stream. All right, we've been through the market cycles. We've been through some scenarios. And a lot of people are speaking about this 200 daily moving average. Let me know if you want to look at that. For a lot of people, that is a big sign. It's not personally my favorite, but most people say, you know, bullish above, bearish below it. And when we come to it, like we often come back down to it. So we might have a look at that if we have some time. But right now, I actually want to move on to Bitcoin dominance. And this is where we see the crazy price action. Okay, so this is probably the most important part of the stream because of course we are in a lot of altcoin position trades. We are mostly sitting on our fingers when it comes to Bitcoin, but we are in the blood on some altcoin trades, and now we see the exact reason for that extreme blood, and that is because Bitcoin dominance has been pumping ever since this bottom resistance level, or it was a support level. And this was our previous little mini altcoin season where we did make bank on the alts, and now we can see, you know, that is where we should have taken major even more profits than we did, because that was the major support, and we literally called it. We said it's very likely Bitcoin pumps all the way to this level, finds support at this median, and then pumps further to try make it back above this parabolic curve. And if you don't have the parabolic curve drawn out on your Bitcoin dominance, try to draw it out. And we can see exactly where I've drawn it from, all the way at the bottom to where we saw extreme confluence here on the curve, pumped up on dominance, came all the way sideways to the curve, and we can see exactly to the dollar where we broke back down below that curve. Here we see a perfect retest of the curve, and this is Bitcoin dominance trying to make it back up onto its parabolic curve upwards. And the scary thing is here, of course, we saw alts dropping up to 80% in this Bitcoin dominance pump, right, of 9.6%. That's all it took to make a lot of our alts dump up to 80%. And what's scary here is, yes, we might get a breather on alts, we might get Bitcoin dominance coming back down, but what could happen, this is a possibility, is we could see price hopping back up onto this curve and moving upwards on the parabolic curve. And here you can see I've taken a resistance line from these previous levels. Do you see how that has created a trend line for us? Welcome, welcome, Aika. Beautiful to see you. Grazie mille. Thank you for joining. Short on Sol. Then you're looking good, right? You're looking good. All right. It seems very low for viewers on a Friday. Do you think the Saturday is maybe better? But thank you everybody for being here. Alright, so the very bearish scenario for alts here is that we keep pumping up until this major resistance before we actually see our next altcoin season. And of course, this is what we look at for an actual altcoin season. Crazy stuff. And it's looking pretty textbook, it's looking pretty simple. Here is our resistance, here is our parabolic curve. This is where it's likely to actually give us a dump down. And you know what? Bitcoin dominance cannot go up forever. It's highly unlikely that everyone will just capitulate out of all the altcoins into Bitcoin, but that is what is happening at current. Do you think Saturday would be better for your streams? A lot of people has weekends off. Yeah. I'm seeing that, bro. I'm seeing that. I thought I could maybe take a day off on a Saturday, but maybe we'll rethink it. Alright, thank you everybody for being here. It is so much appreciated. Alright, let's keep at it. Thank you for being here, Aika. Lovely to see you. Oh, it's hot. Okay, so basically what we're seeing here is we could see some relief for the altcoins here because we are coming back up to this channel, and before this channel has given us big moves to the downside, right? If we see a move from the to the downside here, we are going to see some major relief for altcoins. It's happened time and time again. Of course, we could lose this channel to the upside, and then we're going to see much more blood. So we just have to continue our strategy. Right? Our strategy is basically to buy the blood on the fundamental altcoins that we think have fundamental world-changing tech. And basically just the coins that we believe in. Right? We try to bring our entries as far down as we can so that when Bitcoin dominance dumps, no matter where it is, that we actually can profit off that altcoin season. And very important to be familiar with the Bitcoin dominance cheat sheet. We've spoken about it quite a lot. Very, very important to get familiar with. Learn it like the back of your hand. And this is why we saw such blood on the alts, right? Because Bitcoin dominance was going up, as we can see on the chart, while Bitcoin price was dumping. And this actually means that we get a dump on our alts. And the good thing about this is that it could set us up for the opposite scenario. Bitcoin dominance needs to go up in order to come down. Smart Smith, are you new to the channel? Let me know if you're new to the channel, which region you're in, how long you've been trading, have you subbed, what do you think of the learning? Yeah, a little bit of a pump incoming, but we're looking bigger picture. All right, so basically our dump on altcoins can be setting us up for an alt season, which is where our Bitcoin dominance will be coming down while our Bitcoin price goes up, which is the opposite of what we've seen. So we just need to be patient, and we need to be very, very consistent, and we need to be slow, right? Not ape into any buys, but continue our buys. Continue to bring our levels down and continue to pump our bags and bring our entries down, so that when we do get the flip around, when we do get the altcoin season, we kill it. All right, so I hope everybody's with me there. And yeah, basically two major scenarios here. Bitcoin dominance could make another play for the top, in which case we're going to see a lot more blood on alts. Bitcoin dominance could head to the bottom of the channel, in which case we're going to see a lot of glory on alts. So we're still a little bit in the middle, but we are going to add to our positions for this scenario. We're only going to add a little bit to our positions in case of this scenario so that we can still add there. All right, is everybody with me? I hope we're all following. No stress, my brother. Oh, lovely to hear. And these are long streams, so no stress at all. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. It's not going to be a super long one today, but let's get a little bit more done. All right, we already looked at the ETH falling wedges, so that's cool. And we looked at market structure. Let's have a look at USDT dominance. This is a really nice chart to look at. Give me 1 second. Sorry, Bybit is asking me to do some stuff here for them. 1 second. One second. All right, they're asking me to do some tests. No stress. Might have to hop off a little bit early. All right, my gosh, it's so hot today. All right, let's move. All right, let's quickly get into the alerts. I wanted to quickly show you USDT dominance. So as we can see, wow, look at that. Our scenario for the Adam and Eve pattern is literally playing out. So we got to be very careful here. We could see a lot more blood on the crypto market, which almost makes me want to leave the positions alone and just be a little bit more patient. As you can see, we drew this in here and it is playing out. This is USDT dominance over the market. Very, very interesting. So, making me a little bit bearish here because we could see much more pump on USDT here. Right, we could literally enter back into this channel all the way up to the top. And that from here would be a huge amount more blood. And that would be right down to that main juice level that we have identified as our bearish, our very, very bearish price target for now. All right, Cam, you might be able to help me. I will let you know. But yeah, they're struggling with something very high level, so they're asking me to help. But I'm here for the crew. Let's do it. All right, so as we can see, I got an alert here to finally open the SUI trade. So I've been seeing whether I want to finally enter my SUI trade. SUI has been overpumped for a long time and it did manage to come down to its golden pocket level. It did also manage to, on the daily print, a bullish divergence. It did very quickly after its bullish divergence on market cipher B print a little bearish divergence. So it's like a little bit of indecision here, right? You don't usually want to see a red dot straight after a green dot, or we might come further down. So I might actually wait for the trigger wave on this. We see that usually if we get a red dot right after a bull, we just end up coming further down. So I might also wait to pull the trigger on this and just basically set that alert again. All right, and then I did. It's going off right now because it's still printing that bull. Okay, no stress. I'll make a note to reset it once some time has played out. Alright, and as we can see, we also got an alert on TRX, right? Because TRX printed the trigger wave and it also entered into oversold on the stochastic. I did not enter this trade because there was no bull and because the RSI did not rhyme right at the bottom of the regular, right? So I think the name of the game in general here is patience. Is everyone with me? I think the name of the game right here is going to be patience. I want to take this trend, but yo, things are looking super bearish. I do want to get in on the more safe. Oh, my signal is dying right now. Are you for real? Can you all still see me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I see we lost signal for a little bit. 2025. Let's go, Mr. Damien in the chat. Lovely to see you, brother. What's up, my OG? All right, I think patience is the name of the game. We might even leave our trades today as they are. We might just be more patient here. All right, what we can see is that this does look like a golden pocket. Let's have a look here. At least from here it looks like a golden pocket. Very nice, and we see the stochastic at the bottom, but we do not see a bullish divergence. Let me set the alert here. I believe we did set an alert. Only on stochastic. All right, just checking out what they need from me. Yeah, South African signal. If it's not signal, it's water. If it's not water, it's electricity. All right, so much happening today. We might have to end off a little bit early, but no stress. Of course, we will be back. I see that Bybit needs me, so I'm always there at their service. But let's do a little bit more. There was so much more I wanted to go through. I wanted to do a parabolic SAR tutorial. Sheesh. Add to our fundamentals. Look at the Trump tariffs. And I really want to look at the Ton and Mantle partnership. But you know what? I'm thinking we might end off a little bit early. Let me know if that's okay with y'all. It has been an awesome stream so far. We've been here for 2 hours. And yeah, maybe we just carry on again soon. You can see I'm a little bit distracted. Bybit is asking me for stuff right from the founders. They're asking me to test some bug issues. And of course, I want to help them. So maybe we just leave the rest of my list for the next live stream and we make sure we do it soon. Let me know in the chat if that is okay with y'all. How everybody feels about that. All right, Tuco says it's all right. Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much everybody for being here. So much love. And sorry about the distractions, sorry about the technical issues, but we move, right? We move. And thank you everybody for taking time out on your Friday. I so much appreciate it. Please make sure you do smash the likes if you haven't already before you leave. And yeah, so much more I wanted to go through, but I think we'll keep it for the next stream. Because the name of the game is indeed patience right here. So if you are following me on copy trading, a huge thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate it. I see everybody is being strong in the blood. And you know what? The strategy is to buy the blood. So this was expected. And this is how we move. All right, Zan, you've been here the whole time. Beautiful stuff. Thank you so much. All right, so I think let's call it a day so I'm not distracted here in front of the crew. Let me help the Bybit founding team with what they're working on. And I will notify y'all once again very soon when we have our next live stream. Please do me a favor after the stream. Once the live chat has been closed, come to the stream, drop a comment, and of course rewatch it. Send it to anybody who you think could benefit from it. And thank you so much everybody for being here. So much appreciated. Cam, so much love, my brother. All right, please remember, always play from a position of power and strength. use your stop loss, and do not get wrecked. I will see you all in the bybit communities. I will see you in my trading academy. Thank you one more time for being here. Have a wonderful weekend further. Remember to touch grass, and this is so much appreciated. Smart Smith, let's go. I hope you have subbed to the channel. Join the trading academy in the link in the bio, and I will see y'all again very soon. Peace out.